spirit for over 30 years. She is a research medium and is featured as a top 100 psychic in America. Here is spirit medium Laura now.
Oh my goodness. I don't know how I always do this, everybody. At the last minute, I realized I didn't do this, I didn't do that. I guess I just have too many things going on. Anyway, welcome to Spirit Medium Laura, Mediumship and Messages. And somebody I was talking to before the show that was in the queue asked me, oh, I thought you only did mediumship here. Well, no, we do both. We do mediumship, we do psychic messages about your own life. We also do some medical intuition, which is about your own life. I do a lot of work, talk on metaphysics, manifesting, spiritual evolution, mentoring, psychic development, you name it, we do it. This is a full service shop. The only thing I don't do is lie. I'm pretty honest. And so stay tuned if you like ethical, evidential, and exceptional mediumship and messages with me. The first 30 minutes or so, I will concentrate on mediumship, and then I will move to a mix of mediumship and messages of other types. The first 15 minutes of the show, I will be going into more pattern as this, and maybe a little subject of interest. I will do a meditation, then a group energy connection, and then I will channel a group message, which usually, hopefully, is very important or meaningful to those that are listening this evening. So yay! I don't know about any of you, but if you've been listening to the politics lately, I'm finding it hilarious. But that's not what I'm going to talk about tonight. I do want to review the website for this show, which is spiritmediumtv.com. It has a couple of things there of interest. And if you just go there, everything I'm about to say is there. This show repeats another live show Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. So it's always Mondays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. On the website for the show, spiritmediumtv.com, that's spiritmediumtv.com. You can watch the show live at the bottom of that page. Woo! Yep, I'm in front of a video. There's a sale to be had. If you'd like a private session with me, you can get a 25% discount. That's item 1 on that page. If you'd like to be in to win a private session with me, you can join the contest to win. It's a monthly contest, so you have a good chance to win, as you're only competing with those individuals that join during the month we're in. If you have an urgent matter that just can't wait, donate 8 and jump the gate. Yay! That's item 3, where you can make a donation because the queue gets pretty filled. Thank everybody, by the way, for bothering to call in. The queue does get pretty filled, and I can't get to everybody. I try, but I can't. So if you'd like to make a donation, which goes in part to help animal charities, you can do that on Spirit Medium TV, item 3 on that page. So, what am I going to talk about tonight, huh? You like my New York accent? It's authentic. Well, I'm going to talk about something that's kind of controversial, particularly in my line of work, because it can be misconstrued quite a lot, or misunderstood, or looked at as, well, let's put it this way. If you have a medieval mindset, you might think it's evil. Okay, but in a modern mindset, you might understand that it's just another version of the law of attraction, or another way to manifest. And actually, on my website, you can get to it from spiritmediumtv.com, which is a page on my website. You'll notice I have a main menu there, and one of the tabs is manifesting. And I have on the page of manifesting all different ways to manifest, most of which are using meditation in combination with setting intention. There's many, many different ways you can do that. I don't have on that page yet, I just realized lately, why don't I? I don't know. But what we might call ritual, but from a spiritual, a higher place perspective. Now, some might call that a spell, okay, but actually, you and we've been doing these kinds of rituals our whole life and didn't even realize it. And we think it's just fine. As a matter of fact, we think it's really holy and good. Because if you've ever gone to a spiritual, religious service, for example, the whole darn thing is one big ritual. Yes, it is. Following a series of symbolic events. Sometimes there's candles, certainly a lot of prayer, which is setting intention, and usually there's singing, which will put you into a hypnotic state, and we're sending out in this hypnotic state intention through the prayer, asking God perhaps for forgiveness, asking God for guidance. But if you notice, we're asking God for help or guidance or this or that, which is great. So ritual has something to it. It has substance. It works. Ritual works. When you pray, particularly if you light a candle, which helps you focus your thinking, and a candle does symbolize transformation. It actually transforming something physical to something etheric or energetic through the process of the fire. But if your intention is to harm or to control another person, that would be considered black magic or evil. So I don't know where along the line the whole idea of magic was ever thought to be evil, because inherently it is a miracle that God has given us to work with, to create our lives, and is simply another form of manifesting. And why would you turn to it versus just the other types, like a vision board or psycho-cybernetics, which is going into a dreamlike state and meditation and visualizing your future. It's also called creative visualization by Shakti Gawan, who wrote a book on that, or vision. I think I already mentioned vision boarding, setting intention. I like to do something with a mantra in meditation, which works very effectively for me. But there are times when I might want to do a little ritual. Okay? There's nothing wrong with it. If you've ever, maybe somebody once gave you a little tip or hint and said, you said to them maybe, I just don't know how to get rid of this condition in my life, and your friend said to you, well, write down what the condition is and put down be gone on a piece of paper, a blank piece of paper, and go outside and burn it and let the ashes go into the air. Well, that's a form of ritual. There's nothing wrong with that. It's a symbolic action, which, in my opinion, helps you focus much more pointedly, much more powerfully. Focus your mind, because you're actually doing something physical, some physical actions to symbolize your intention, so that your intention is more potent. So if you've ever thought about using some kind of ritual to help you attain love or money or what have you, and you do it with higher mind, you do it in love and in light, you don't try to control the will of another, you might find that works for you really, really well. A couple of tips. I have done ritual work in the past for myself. I don't tend to, it doesn't work for me in the area of money. Okay, in the area of money, regular manifesting works, like creative visualization, writing a script about my desired future, then visualizing it like a daydream. That works really well for me. Right now, my mantra meditation is working well for me, and that's all, by the way, on Spirit Medium TV. You go to Manifesting, you'll see these various ways. I've also used remote influence, which is sending thought to another person in an open and ethical way. That has worked for me as well. For money, that works. However, for love, the thing I used to do, I did 3 different ways, 3 different times in my life. Like the first time was a pink candle. I was 38 years old, and it was dressed and it was nice. It smelled good. It had some special oils, some special, what do you call it, scents that went with it. And I used it, and indeed, within 2 weeks, met a guy. We clicked, and I had a relationship for 8 years. Next time I did it, was a different set of steps that I followed. But within 2 weeks, I met my husband. Well, he wasn't my husband then. He became my husband. And then the third time I did it, I used my own little combination of this and that. Again, focused prayer with action, things that you're doing around that. I met the last love of my life. In each case, there was always something very wrong, okay, in the results. And my mother, who was a metaphysician and a spiritualist and a psychic and a this and a that, I remember looking up at me. She's all of 5 feet tall, with a cute little round head and pointed nose, and says to me, "Laura, don't do that anymore. It's bad." And I laughed at her. Well, I guess there's two ways to look at this. One is it's bad and evil, but the other way to look at it is it's a way to bring on situations for your growth. So I'm glad that I had the experiences I had in each case. It did help me grow. It did help me grow a lot. And I also believe, and although I have not worked out the details, there is a relationship between what our soul intended for us, which is a whole different approach. That's my Manifesting Magic book, versus doing a ritual with a prayer or what have you. There's a difference in one of them is I simply want this because I want it. That's your ego. The other one is I'm acceding to something higher. What's my spiritual plan for this lifetime? Each has its point, each has its purpose, each has the time to use it. But I do not believe that you will bring on any negative karma or what have you. And in contrast, I believe it actually helps you grow. And when you feel a need to make something happen a little bit stronger than the other tools, I do advise you to try to find a way to do that using some form of ritual, prayer, action that goes along with intention to help solidify. And so I'm going to give you a couple of examples. Lighting a candle and making a prayer. I was raised Catholic, considered the most honorable thing to do is to go light a candle, maybe for somebody who's passed or what have you. It's certainly not evil. Many of you have heard of the rain dance that a lot of indigenous tribes have done, or really most of our ancestors did all kinds of different things. Oh, animal sacrifice. Let's not even think about that. Or people sacrifice. Oh, yeah, but that's all. Those are all forms of ritual. Bringing food to an altar, which is done still to this day in many different religions. So it's not that unusual. It's really quite a bit of what we're used to in our society. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is get us ready for our channeled message. I'd like everybody listening to sit back, uncross your arms and legs, and start to focus on your breath from your abdominal area, allowing yourself to breathe in and exhale. Focusing in on what you want today. If you're wanting an other side connection, please ask your loved ones in spirit to come through. If you're wanting if you're wanting an answer to a life question, please ask spirit that you receive the answer to your question either from the radio show or from some other mechanism or method available to you. And while you do that, I will go off and invoke the prayer. I'll be back in a second. And now what I'd like you to do, on your next exhale of breath, remembering to breathe abdominally, I would like you to send out your energy into the space you're in, and I will connect us. One moment, please. Okay. A lot of fear in the audience. And it seems to be sitting in the area of feeling nurtured or loved. A lot of people must be feeling like they're not aided by spirit or what have you. And a lot of times we feel very disconnected. So that's what I'm trying to say. I'm feeling a lot of you are feeling, or some of you are feeling, that perhaps you're all alone and abandoned. But spirit is there. I want to remind you, it's always there. All you need to do is ask for help. Okay, I'm going to go now and call in the ones for channeled message. One moment, please. We are here. We are the ones. We are thinking of all of you today in a very benevolent and loving way. We are here with all of you to help you as best we can. Of course, we may say many things to you. It is up to you to take the shovel and to use it, to take the tool and use it and apply it. But all of our intention is to help you and aid you on your path to greatness. Notice that we say greatness. We cannot guarantee that you will be happy, nor can we guarantee that you will be great. But our intention is to help you find that which allows you to align with a higher power and become your best self. That does not mean you will always be happy. It means simply that you will be using your potential to align with your higher power and that you will be led meteorically along. It is always important to find that which you desire in life. Desire comes from your soul, comes from your heart. Desire is embedded in you. This is the seed to your greatness. We will ask now that each of you take a moment to be silent and touch base with your inner core. Touch base with that which you truly want and desire at this moment in time. We will be silent while you do that. That, my dear friends, is the key to the riches of the kingdom of heaven. Desire is your soul speaking to you about your life's path, your life's plan. It also is within you because you set that up this lifetime. It is not a mistake that you would desire what you do, and you must honor that, for within the desire, the seed of desire, is the tree, the plant, the experience of greatness. So each day we recommend that you take time out to touch base with your inner core, to see what you really, really, really want, and then go about taking steps to attain that each and every day. The more you align with what you want, the more you will have. Namaste. Oh, that was a very nice message. Not what I expected, by the way. Okay. Probably best I don't expect anything these days. Let's see if we have any other side connections. I don't think we do today. And that's fine. No, there is one, Sanya. Okay, let's go to Sanya. Oh, Sonia, I'm sorry, not Sanya. Hello, Sonia. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, love. I saw Sanya. That reminds me of this British accent, the guy who hosts So You Think You Can Dance? He goes, he'll say an A or an O like that, like Sanya, so not Sonia.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that?
Yeah. He pronunciates it a little odd.
He does. All right, sweetheart. Let's see who's here for you, my dear. So you're from area code 310. Where is that, honey?
California.
Okay. All right. Let's see what we have for Sonia. California. Okay, there's a petite woman here for you. She's a little bit short on the petite side in terms of height. She's a little round. She's got brown hair. It's about medium to short length. Very smart woman, very kind woman, very domestic oriented. Straight nose, high cheekbones, but a little bit chubby. Okay. Are you Okay, let's just see if we can pull her in a little bit better, see what she's wanting to say or do here. Her skin is a little bit of tan to it, a little bit of brownness to it, but not exceptional. Yeah, she says when she would go in the sun, she'd get much darker, but she didn't like to go in the sun. She'd rather keep her skin as light as possible. She says it's important to keep your skin good, she says. And she's saying these all for a reason. I don't know what they are, but she's saying all these things through me to you for a reason. Keep yourself out of the sun, miss, she says. Don't go in the sun too much. Not good for your skin. So whoever this woman is didn't like, was always concerned about, well, taking care of yourself. She reminds me of a mother figure, okay? Mom or aunt or grandma, something like that. You know who she is. And there's also a male under her, not in spirit, but on earth, as if you had a son. And okay, I don't know who this son is. Maybe he is in spirit. Let me just see. She's giving me a vision of someone here. There's a male that steps forward. He must be in spirit. He's got straight hair. It's kind of, he's dark hair, okay, straight. So, and when he cuts it short, it's very spiked like, but it's not, he doesn't mean to look stylish. It's just his hair's so straight. Must have some Indian blood.
Right.
You know who I'm talking about?
Yes, I do.
Okay, is he a brother of yours or something? Because he seems like he's not
Yes,
that old.
it is my brother, but he's alive.
Okay, he's alive. Okay, well, whoever this woman is in spirit is showing me your brother. Okay, and he's got a tall. He's a tall. You know, he's about average to taller height, good-looking guy. He's with you. Okay, I didn't know why she would be showing me him unless there's some reason for it. There must be some reason for it, and I don't know what it is just yet. But we'll see how this develops. So back to this lovely. Yeah, back to this lovely woman who's in spirit. See a few other things about her. Diabetes is in the family, low blood sugar. We try to always take care of ourselves, but she says against our best efforts, there's always illness. Tendency to gaining weight, she says, particularly for the women of the family, you included. She says, watch your calories, watch your fat, and she must have had blood sugar issues or diabetes, or maybe she just means for the family, but it's always an issue to keep the body healthy. Not your brother as much, but you. They have to watch that. Does that make sense? Does that make sense to you, honey?
Not the diabetes part. She recently passed away from cancer. As far as weight gain goes, I do struggle with my weight. The spirit you're channeling is my mother. She recently passed away because of cancer. She was very thin growing up, and then and then she got married and had kids and got
a little round. Yeah. Now, all I'm saying is, thank you for telling me how she passed. She didn't get to that yet, though. She would have told us, and it would have been evidence. That's fine, love. But what she's saying is, okay, let me say this to you. When you're overweight, you have a tendency to diabetes. It's universal in medicine. And she might have had that issue, too, as she got heavier, that there's a problem keeping the weight off, and usually goes to insulin levels. I know that because I'm a certified health coach also, so maybe she's just using that part of me, whatever it is. But anyway, so I didn't know how she passed, but she didn't tell me, but thank you. So we won't go into that. But she says you have a lot of fatigue lately also, she says, and you're also hitting the books a lot, or you're studying. You must be going through something lately. Are you tired a lot, Sonia? She says you're working hard.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm tired, but yeah, it's because I'm expecting. So.
Oh, how nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, are you also going to school? Because she said something about that.
No, I'm not.
You're not. Okay. Oh, all right. Let me continue with this, honey. See here. I have to go get her back again. There's like an MAR name also that goes around the situation. It could be a Marilyn or Maribel or something like that, or Mary, Maria, even MAR. It could be anybody, honey. You also have a sister, love?
No, I do not.
Okay, hold on. So Mom is here. Let me see what else she wants to say. She says they've taken good care of me in spirit. She says I'm not alone. She says she's with. She says your father, so if it's not your father, then it could be your grandpa, but there's a male with her also. There's a few other people in spirit with her. She said she's sorry she had to leave you, of course, so soon, right before you're having your child and all. That's difficult. And she's making a little bit of a joke, saying, I'm knitting a sweater for him in the baby, in spirit. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl, if you know yet, but she says him. She's knitting a sweater for him in spirit. She says, give everybody regards and love from me. And she keeps going on about, I see blue, light blue around her, as if this is a boy. Do you know the gender of the child yet, love?
Yes, it's a boy.
Yeah. So she knows that, and she's following you, and she loves you very much. And big hug, big kiss. There's a Maricel, Maribel, and get my regards, something about someone on earth with that kind of name. And she just gives you big love, big hug, big kiss, Sonia.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sweetheart. God bless, love. Thank you, love. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Oh, it's so hard to lose your mother. Oh, it's so hard to lose anybody. You see the sad things I get. I can't even wear mascara anymore when I work because I cry. Everybody else crying. Okay, let's see if we got any other mediumship. I don't think we do. And I will just go to the live questions then. And we have somebody here. There's somebody else that was dropped a long while ago. Marge was dropped. Okay, Marge, I'll take you after I take Jennifer. Jennifer, honey.
Hi.
Hi, honey.
That was sad.
Yeah. Listen, I'm going to warn you and everybody else listening to the show, do not tune in if you don't want to cry because a lot of sad stuff happens here. Yeah. Okay, sweetheart. Yeah. Okay, honey. So go ahead.
So I have to get an ultrasound tomorrow, and I'm wondering what you're picking up, if it's going to be like a headache for me.
Okay.
They found a lump. There's a lump thing in my chest area, so I'm concerned about that.
All right, let's see. All right, now don't tell me anything more because as soon as you said lump, I get worried, and then I influence the answer. So let me try to erase that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why everybody must think I'm crazy. Don't tell me anything but your question, and that's the reason why, because I don't want to be influenced.
Yeah.
See, the answer has to filter through me. Hold on now. Let's go to Jennifer, area code 201, lump in her chest. No. It's, are you sure, Spirit? It will probably have to be biopsied, which is, meaning that they're going to say, well, we need to take something out of it. I don't feel it's good. I don't feel it's good in terms of it looks to me like it probably is what you think it is. I can actually see the shape of it. And the shape of it is irregular versus just a benign kind of circle. Benign is smooth on the outside. Cancer would have more of the irregularities to it. So that's what they're showing me. They said, but just do everything that the doctor says and that you will be fine in the long run. But, I can't lie, Jennifer, and I'm glad that I'm glad that you're going to a doctor, and you will have a great chance to take care of this before it gets worse. So it's an early detection situation, and you have a very positive attitude and a very strong constitution. It looks like it's going to have a very positive outcome for you. But it's good that you're.
Wow.
Yeah, look, it's good that you're getting into this early rather than later because they'll be able to really do something very effective very quickly for you. Okay? I'm sorry. I don't know what else to say. I mean, you're asking me a very awkward question on the radio.
And you said you're talking, like, when you're getting this, where is this coming from? Like, male, female, like, who are you talking
to? Well, I talk to source the collect. Well, let me explain to you. When you get to a more advanced level, you see everybody's connected telepathically. And so if I were talking to your guide or your angel, I'm still going to be able to pick that up by going to source or to the collective. So basically I'm going into the collective unconscious, and the information is being directed to me from your specific guides. So the collective unconscious is everywhere. It's all information. It's other people might call it the Akasha. It's everything. Or Jung called it the collective unconscious. And guide for you will direct. I don't see the machinations in the background. Now, when I first was doing this years and years ago, over 30 years ago, I used to have identity to each soul. Now I just get the information. If I want specific identity, I can ask for it. But I'm working with your guides, but it comes into me as information. Okay. All right, sweetheart. So that's the answer to your question, but you're going to be okay, and that's the main thing. Okay?
Okay.
All right, sweetheart.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, honey. Thanks. Yeah, that's a little awkward question. I mean, I'm glad she's going to a doctor. I'm just a psychic, okay? I'm not perfect, everybody. I try to be. And some people may want to slap me side my head sometimes, but I do this with humility, which is my saving grace. Okay, I'm going to go to the young lady, or I'm not sure how old she is actually, but the lovely woman who was dropped. That's Marge, because I believe she was very early on. Hi, Marge. How you doing, honey?
I'm good. How are you, Laura?
I'm good, honey. So go ahead, love. Just give me your question, no background.
Well, we had a private reading with you earlier in the week. My husband, Chuck,
Oh, yes.
was diagnosed with...
Yes.
And we had another question that we wanted to ask you. Chuck wanted to know what my mom thinks of him and our relationship.
Oh, okay. Let me see if I could pull her in rather than me just talk off the top of my head. It does require, I'm glad they got you early in the show. Okay. Okay.
Me too.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's more of a mediumship question. Okay. So let me go to that March, honey. Chuck wants to know, his mom thinks of you. Okay. Talk about awkward questions. Okay, so let me see. His mother came in very easily during our time together, everyone. Let me just see if I can pull her in again. She has what I see. Oh, now she's showing me her face very clearly indeed. What I see is a woman. She's more senior in age. You've met her, right, Marge? You know what she looks like, love, right?
But we're wondering Chuck wants to know what my mom thinks of him.
Oh, okay.
Because my mom died before she knew him.
Okay. Well,
she
this
died
is
when I was young, and
all right. Hold
Chuck
on.
never got to know my mom.
Okay, so I'm glad I have you on the phone. See, what I'm doing is the process of mediumship requires I pull in evidence before we just give you an answer. I have to make sure I have your mom here. So what I see is a woman who's actually, okay, she's got even features, very kind eyes, high cheekbones. Her hair's a little bit on the frizzier wave. I don't know, maybe she waved it or something. I don't know if she put a perm in. It's on the whiter side. It's soft and fluffy. And it's full around the sides of the head. It looks like it has a little bit of a bang there. Her face is roundish. Would you say your mom looked like that at all, honey? Or maybe I have his mother here. I don't know who I have. I just need to honor that first before we can move forward.
I think you've got my mom.
Okay. She's a mesomorph. She's not real heavy or anything. She's not real thin in the image she's given me of her. Very kind face. Very sweet. She looks like she's wearing glasses also. She's very petite in her figure, she says. Okay, she's correcting me. Petite in your figure. Okay, meaning slender, I guess she means. Never could, okay, not the type to be overweight. All right, so you know that's true about your mom, right, honey? That she was more slender than overweight. She's just making a big point of that. Mom is.
Right.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. Oh, okay. She's going in about things that she ate, and she ate good food. She ate meat. She ate vegetables. She ate fruits. I don't know why she tells me all this, but anyway, she's on a trend here. Okay, I just wanted to know if it was your mom, and so I think I do have her here. So I'm going to ask the question, Mom, do you like Chuck, please? Yes or no? Yes, I like him very much. He's very much like you in many, many ways. And she says, and might like herself, she says, and that's what makes for a good partnership, is a person that is similar to you in values, outlook, understanding. She says, I'm glad that you found him at this time in your life, latter part of your life, rather than be alone as you were before. She says, because this really helped you a lot in feeling better about yourself. It was soothing to you. Now, does that make sense to you, honey? Because I don't know anything about when you met him or how you met him or anything like that. Does that make sense to you, sweetheart?
Kind of. I mean, we've been married 33 years, so we've been married longer than I haven't,
Is he the only guy that you've ever been married to, love?
Yeah, really. I was in a relationship very briefly that was horrible, and we're talking months.
Okay.
I don't really count that.
All right. So then it's not a ladder. That's incorrect then. I need to say that. But you found him and he made you feel better about yourself. He soothes you. He buoyed you up. He's your love mate, life mate, if you will. Of course she approves of him. She says, wait a minute. I wish that he could do better with his health. I know he's suffering a lot right now. She's trying to put healing hands on him to give him morale boost and help as much as she can. She says, but his own mother won't let her near him. She's kind of like trying to give him more attention than your mother can give him. So he's getting attention from spirit world. And are you sure, Mom? She says that he will feel better about the situation over time. So the basic answer is yes, she does, honey, and I'm going to let you go on that. Okay?
Thank you so much.
Thank you, love.
Thank you.
Thank you, honey. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah, so as I said, there's a lot of sadness on this show because Chuck believes, I mean, the doctors told him he has terminal cancer, and that's very sad as well. Okay, I'm going to go to Wendy, who has been waiting longest in the queue remaining. Hi, Wendy. How are you, honey?
Hi, I'm so honored to speak with you. Thank you for taking my call.
Oh, I'm honored to speak with you, Wendy. Thank you for calling in. So please just give me your question, honey, and not any background, okay?
Okay. I've been through a medical trauma, and I may be released to go back to work probably in March. I am currently employed, but I don't think it's going to work out there, and I've applied at a healthcare company, starts off as KAIS, and I have 20 years experience call center in the healthcare environment.
Okay, now hold on one second. I asked you not to give me a lot of background, so just give me your question, okay? Otherwise, you influence me, and I can't get you the best answer. So let's go right to the question.
Will I be successfully employed within the next 2 months, and will I be able to keep the position for 4 to 5 years?
All right, so she just basically wants to know if you're going to get employed. All right, and with something that you like that you could be with for a while. Okay, let's go to this for Wendy. Yes or no? Yeah, you will find something that you like. You may be tempted along the way to take a few other things, but you will be offered a couple of positions. But there's one that looks like it's coming up. So you just need to be selective. And really don't jump at the first thing that comes along. There will be one or two others you're going to say, yeah, but. But the third one, looks like they're just showing me in 3. The third one is going to be the one that's going to have everything that you want. Benefits. It feels like a larger company. It feels like one that would allow you to have staying power and movement within the organization. It also will not be too taxing on you. You don't want to be on your feet a lot. That will help. That will be there for you more, that you'll be able to, you won't have to be on your feet. It won't be that taxing for you. And you'll be able to enjoy it, the workplace, and the people that you work with. There will be a lot of harmony there. And that's another issue for you, is not to have too much stress. You'll fit in there, and people will be very complimentary to you in terms of personality. So that is what I see coming to you. Is it KIS? Let me just see. No, I don't think so. I think it's going to be something else. So the main thing for you to take away here, Wendy, is not to jump at the very first thing, but to make that list of what you're looking for, hold firm to it, because it's going to be coming right behind the first one that comes along. Okay?
Okay, and will it be call center or receptionist, and will they keep me?
I don't know if it's a call center or a receptionist. I think receptionist is too difficult for you. It seems more, I see you in an office. Okay, I see you in an office, but I don't see you tied to a phone, and I don't see you tied to a desk. I see you having more, you can walk around and do things. So maybe in the call center you can walk around, you get up and down or whatever. So I think it's more likely to be the call center. Will they keep you? That's up to you. Okay, the possibility is there that they will keep you. Okay, but you've got to fit in and everything else. It looks like they will. I can't give you an answer like that. I mean, let's think about it for a second. If I tell you they're going to keep you and then you go in there and spit on everybody, no, they're not going to keep you. But right now, the situation looks very, very good for you. Okay, Wendy? I hope that makes sense to you, honey.
And when will this materialize for me? About what month?
In a few weeks to a month, not that far out. I think you're very anxious, and it looks like it's going to happen fairly quickly. Keep doing what you're doing.
And will my sister and I sign a lease together in May?
Okay, now if you want a full reading, you can set up an appointment for me, Okay, it can only do one question per caller because I have a very full queue. And you will get a 25% discount, love. So I just want to let you go with that. And I wish you well, honey. God bless. Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, I'm going to go to the next person who's waiting in the queue quite a long time, and that would be Andy. And what happened to, okay, there she is, there she is. Oh, there's so many people. Hold on. I got to find out. You know, by the way, unless I go through the queue, people's phones go up and down here. The person who was waiting the longest, I had to look for that person. It wasn't Andy, it's Danielle. Hello, Danielle. I'm so sorry to keep you waiting so long, love. What can I do for you, honey?
Yeah, I had a quick question also in regards to my career.
Sure.
Preferably more so than a job. I need a job, but career or job.
So is the question, will I find a career, or what is my career, or what is the question, love?
I would like to know what you see going on in regards to getting a job within the next 2 to 3 weeks.
Danielle, job, 2 to 3 weeks. Yes or no, Spirit? Yeah, you're going to find something. Actually, I think you've already found a lead on it. So you're going to, you are very good at this, getting jobs, they say, but you should be a little bit more consistent in your work habits. One of the things you do is you're kind of impetuous, sweetheart. You impetuous, you know you can find a job easily. You're like a miracle worker. Talk about a rain dance. When she wants it, she doesn't stay with anything, everybody. You like a light of adventure. You seem to travel around. You do other things. But when you need a job, you just say, I need a job, and you find one right away. But the question is, what kind of work should you be doing? And that's why you're asking that. In other words, let's go behind that. You know, what's the deeper issue? Yeah, right. You'll have a quick job. You'll get something. Again, it won't be something that you can do for a lifetime. And you're not the kind of person to fit in. Okay, you need a lot of a lot of diversity, a lot of adventure. You're very dynamic. You need to have a purpose. And I don't know why they're showing me this, but there's something kind of, I don't know what this is. It may have something to do with things you like, but it looks like a hut with like as if there's a place in Hawaii or in the Caribbean or a place that's tropical that is just like a building with all the walls missing, and then underneath it they have like a juice bar and holistic foods and all this kind of stuff going on. And you fit into things like that. You're that kind of person. You're freewheeling, got a lot of energy, flitting here, flitting there, flitting here, flitting there, doing this, doing that. But you seem to like things that have to do with healing or health. Does that make sense to you, please?
The healing and health does, yeah.
Okay. And the flitting about it means you're dynamic. I don't mean that you're erratic. I just mean you're dynamic, and you need to focus now. Okay, you need to focus more on what you really love, which is healing and health, holistic modalities, and that yes, you can build a business out of this eventually. I also get something to do with yoga with you. If you're not doing that, you might want to look into that. But sort of like a retreat or a health retreat, something like that is a kind of business I see for you. And it doesn't look like you'd be very good in a corporate environment except for those jobs that you get when you need them. But not as your real mainstay and way to live. And the thing that's missing here is wanting to believe that that's possible for you or probable for you, and that you have the ability to do this. And Spirit says if there's a will, there's a way, and that you will figure the way out. You could start working in support in an organization that has to do with healing, which will give you the path. Okay, you don't have to run out and make your whole business from scratch. So what Spirit suggests you do is, in the long term, is to look for a business that you could focus your talents and your energy in. Look to work for someone like that, even if it's an administrative capacity, like being an administrative assistant to somebody who has a business like that. You'll learn about it, and then you can duplicate. Okay, honey, I hope that makes sense to you, love.
That was great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, honey. God bless. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, and so we are now going to go to Penny. But Penny, you got to promise me not to be too sad. Hold on. Hi, Penny. Penny, sweetheart, are you there?
Hello.
Hi, honey.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay, now now I'm going to control the situation a little bit, so please forgive me, but just give me your question, no background. Go ahead. Fire away.
Well, there's been a change in status as to my ex-husband Erwin's marital status, and I had been hoping for this, as you know, for long time. However, he will have nothing to do with me.
Okay, now you're giving me all the background. I don't want you to do that, honey. Just give me the question, love.
Okay.
And the question is,
why is he so hateful and mean to me for all these years?
Oh, and his name is Irving, you said? What is his name?
Erwin.
Okay, honey. All right, now this is another trick. Oh, tonight is the night for difficult questions. Not that I can't get the answer, but the answer, you may not like it. So, this is the third one tonight.
The truth is the truth.
All right, honey. Just relax then. Hold on. Erwin. Hold on, honey. He doesn't want to see things the way you see things. He likes to have his own opinion. He feels you have a very strong will that he never could bend to his way of seeing things. He's a strong personality, is what I get, and doesn't like anybody interfering in his affairs. And so he looked to you. Now, please don't argue with me about it, okay, love? This is the message, all right? He looked to you as a person that would tell him or argue with him or tell him what to do. He likes to have things peaceful and quiet, and he also doesn't want to go back to the past. But the primary reason is, the reason I say it this way is maybe it's something you really don't want, is that he likes to control situations and does not like to be told what to do. Now, you could say to me, well, I never told him what to do, but that's the message that I'm getting, is maybe he looks at it that way. Maybe it's not the reality, but that's the way he looks at it. He likes to have control over his life, and he doesn't like to bend or compromise. That's what I'm getting, honey.
But I'd ask you why he's being so mean to me.
Oh, okay. I thought you were asking me why he wasn't taking you back. Why is he being?
Well, that's something I wish for you.
Okay. Why is he being mean to Penny, Spirit? This is Erwin. Whatever happened in the past has left a very sour note in him. There's also something. I'll get this one. This is interesting. His wife, that he's no longer with, she would comment on you. And she also colored his way of thinking about you. Which I know you may not have ever thought of that, but that's kind of what I'm getting. So he's kind of been conditioned to think a certain way about you because of that woman that was near him. Maybe she was jealous of you. I don't really know, but that's kind of what I'm getting, honey.
So that's why she's being mean to me now?
That's the answer, yeah. All right.
Because the whole thing left a bitter taste in his mouth. He's been tasting for 15 years.
Well, not only did that all leave a bitter taste in his mouth, but it seems like it was amplified when he was in that marriage. That whatever the person was, yeah, she amplified it. And I think she kept pointing things out about, see how you are with me, see what she did to you, blah, 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 blah. And so now he walks away believing all that on top of what he left the marriage thinking. So she amplified whatever was going on in his mind. In any event, I want you to remind you and everybody listening that there's no situation in life that can't be at least somewhat softened through intention, prayer, healing, that kind of a thing. So maybe you should say some prayers for yourself, my love, that some healing occur here for you. And that would make it maybe a little easier for you, and maybe turn things around. Okay, honey?
To try to accept the cruelty, you mean?
No. Ask for healing between yourself and Erwin in prayer form.
Oh.
Okay? That can be a very powerful thing to do. For example, I bless the relationship between Erwin and me to be a wonderful success, a wonderful healing. I bless a healing between Erwin and me. Thank you, God, for providing this for me and for us. Thank you, God, for allowing us to heal in our communication. This kind of a thing is very, very helpful to relationships. I use it a lot in my own life, and I use it with clients a lot, love. Okay?
Yeah, well, yeah, maybe we should do a session. Then you said it's 25% off how much, Laura? Or is
Well, the way it's done is if you hired me for 15 minutes, you would get 5 extra minutes, which is 20. It would be the equivalent of 25% off. So you're hiring me for the time you chose, but you're getting extra time, and it's the equivalent of 25% off. Okay, sweetheart?
Thank you very much. And I only want your honesty. Thank you.
All right, honey. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, honey. Yeah, this is rough. You know, don't shoot the messenger, everyone. I mean, not that I'm trying to be I'm not running for office here. Lord only knows I'm not. But by these answers, I would have been like beheaded by now. Okay, looking for the next longest. Andy, there she is. Hi, Andy.
Hi, Laura. How are you tonight?
Oh, hanging in there, as they say. So go ahead and give me just your question, honey. Nothing else. Just your question, love. Thank you.
I would like to know about my finances for the coming year.
Okay, so you're asking, will they be good or bad? Should I put it into that kind of a question?
That sounds good. Yeah.
All right, simple enough. This is for Andy, 913. Good or bad finances, yes or no? Yeah, they're going to be much better, actually. You feel like a very enterprising person, and that you've taken some risks and you're wagering on a big mushroom of some kind of windfall coming in from something that you've done. Now, I may be over-exaggerating, but I get the feeling it's not like you're just asking, will I get a job? It's like you're asking me, well, the things I put effort into, will they be successful and bring me the proper reward in terms of finances? Does that make sense to you, Andy?
Yes, very much so. Spot on.
Yeah, well, they are going to mushroom and bourgeon. They're going to blossom, and you're going to have quite an outcome from all the seeds that you've planted. And it looks like about 6 months into the year, that would be the middle of the summer. Okay, let's see now. We're in February, March, April, May, June, July, August. Sometime like around July or August, you're going to start to see it all kind of come in, and it's going to go from like simmering to whoop. Everything's going to explode at once, and in a good way. It feels like it's something to do with communications and media, some kind of thing that's going to put you on the map, if you will. I'm a little curious, what is the thing that you've put all this work into?
Well, I'm in the process of working on a PhD, and so I finish another qualifying exam hopefully in June, by the end of June. So summer will be, kind of another phase, and I may be doing some presenting and or publishing by that point.
Yeah, it seems like it's going to be the publishing that is going to put you on the map. Maybe your thesis work can become the framework of that publishing. I don't know, but it feels like you've already put. Yeah, and that's what's going to happen. See, that's going to be like really, it's going to make you quite well known. And there'll be probably more of the well-known than even the money, but the well-known leads to the money. We'll have a lot of speaking engagements and things from there. So be happy, my dear friend. Everything you've worked so hard for is about to take root and blossom.
Great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Have a great night.
Thank you, honey. You too. Bye-bye. Okay, that sounds great. Alrighty, I think we're going to go to. Did I do line? I couldn't have done her then. Hold on. I'm going to go to Diane, who's been waiting the longest, from what I can see. Hello, Diane.
Hello, Laura.
Hi, sweetheart. Can you give me your question, honey? And no background? Go right ahead, love.
Yes. How can I help my son?
Okay. Oh boy, you're really good. This woman's smart. All right. Diane 928, help her son. First, I'm going to start with, can you help your son? They're telling me to ask that question. He will be helped over time. It's not just up to you. There are other elements involved. There's also his own will wanting to be helped. You can bring, it's like the old adage, you can bring a horse to water or food, and you can't make him drink or eat. But I do feel that whatever you're doing will help him a lot. It seems like you're setting up something for him that is going to help a lot. Will it take root? Will it be utilized by him is the next point to this. And the answer is yes. He will be able to utilize what you've done for him, everything you've done so far, and in the future, will be useful to him, and he will utilize everything. I can't put my finger on what it is that and don't answer me just yet, sweetheart. I'm trying to find out what that is. I can't see exactly what it is you need to help him with just yet, but it somehow feels like he's debilitated in some form or fashion. That could mean that he's got a disability, or it could mean that he's got an addiction, or maybe he doesn't know where he's going in life. I can't see that right now. I'm giving you a much more general answer, which is whatever you're thinking of doing, whatever you've already done, is going to help him. He will take it and use it. Okay? Now let me just see if I could get that other piece of information. Hold on. He will use everything that you've given him from this point forward. Even though he's been stubborn and not utilized what you've done for him, he will be starting to use it soon. We're trying to refine the answer a little bit for you. Just keep doing what you've been doing, giving him help as best you can, giving him direction, and have faith that he will start to use what you've done, he will utilize it, and he will grow up fine, just fine. He seems to be... He seems to be at an age that is a turning point for him. He's like half boy, half man, like late teens, early 20s, something like that. And he's going to start taking responsibility for himself and getting out of his own way. He will start being more cooperative and less argumentative. He will see the error of his own ways, take up the responsibility he needs to take, and start to listen to you. So everything you've been telling him, he's going to apply finally.
Okay.
Okay, honey, I hope that makes sense to you.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and just keep doing what you've been doing, and you can add a healthy dose of prayer in with that. We were talking about that earlier. Like, I thank you, God, for blessing my beautiful son as success. I thank you for blessing our relationship as success. And thank you so much for allowing him to be successful in life, to grow up, to take responsibility. All that will just augment and help, put more energy into that whole process. Okay, love?
Yes, thank you so much, Laura.
You're welcome, honey. God bless. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, honey. Okay. Well, let's see what we got going on here. We're really at the end of the show. But I am going to go to Patricia, who's wanting a healing.
90 seconds.
So I will go beyond the end of the show. Hi, Patricia. I also want to say to everybody that if you would like a private session with me, just go to spiritmediumtv.com, and item 1 explains how to book a session with a 25% discount. Hi, Patricia. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm fine, love. Thank you so much for calling in. I didn't even notice your call was waiting there all that time. My goodness.
I've been sitting listening and enjoying listening to everybody. Listening to you, of course.
Oh, all right, sweetheart.
So, yeah.
Okay, so you're
I'm just calling about my health. Yeah, I was just calling about my health. I know it's at the end of the show, so I'm not going to push it.
No, that's fine. I'm going to go a little over. I think the show, if you've done, I know it's going to record to YouTube, so that's fine.
Right.
And I'm not sure exactly what Blog Talk Radio does with that, but anyway, we'll see. Okay. So,
well, I'll find it.
Yeah. Okay. So Patricia, her health. Okay. So let me just see something. I'm going to look at you energetically.
Uh-oh.
I know. Why do why do I feel there's something going on at your left neck for some reason? I don't know.
Oh my God.
10 seconds.
Huh?
Yeah.
Is that where you have pain or something? Oh, okay. All right. So go ahead, and I can go further and, go through the whole body and everything else, but what is it you want healing with, love?
Head to toe. No, I'm having like head pain on the left side, my neck, and my legs.
Okay. So
it's just bizarre.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I was drawn to that area where the neck meets the shoulder for some reason, and also it's on the left side, but I also see it going up through the middle of the neck on the left side. I didn't see the head as much, and then I see the other side of the shoulder and all that. Let me see, maybe you've thrown something out, I don't know. Let's see what Spirit wants to tell me about this. Let me see what they're going to say. Neuralgia. Neuralgia. Is it just neuralgia, Spirit? Because it goes into her head and down her leg. It's open. You have some kind of it's open to infection. What do you mean, Spirit? Do you think you might have some kind of an inflammation in that area? Because that's what I'm kind of picking up, like an infection / inflammation.
I don't know. My white blood cell count has been high for years.
Okay.
And I just believe they're missing something. I feel terrible.
All right. Well, what we're going to do is, because that area is where the lymph nodes are also. But why it would go down your neck to your legs, I don't know, and what your head's all about. But let me just say, I feel the head and the neck might not be related, because the area they drew me to was the left side of the neck, as if you've got some kind of an infection or inflammation in there. And they're giving me the word neuralgia, which is not white blood cell count. It's just, one could say it is, might be an overactive immune system, because arthritis is an autoimmune disorder. So I'm getting arthritis or something like that. Okay? So,
right.
All right. But and by the way, everybody and you, this is in complement but not replacement for professional medical advice. Okay, so let me just send in some beautiful healing for that. Let us leave that let's allow healing to happen to Patty. Trisha David. Let her have her healing. I'm sending in healing into the head area as well. All along the left side of the head. My goodness.
Yes.
And all
in my memory.
Yeah. All right, hold on. And then I see, like, down the left side of the leg, starting about a foot or maybe a couple of inches from the hip, the joint, down all that left side, as if the numbness, hurting, kind of oversensitivity. Weird.
Yes, it is completely numb.
Wow.
My left leg. My husband's standing here, and I've been complaining about it forever, and the doctors are stumped.
All right. Well, I'm just sending in healing right now, okay? To release it. But I'm thinking there's a couple of ideas that are coming through. Let me just see something. So I don't feel, I don't need to go into all the things I don't feel. I think what I'm getting is, did you ever hear of Lyme disease, honey?
Yes. Yeah.
I think you should be tested for that.
Okay.
And the symptoms of Lyme.
I thought that.
You thought it as well? Yeah, I think it's Lyme disease.
Yeah, I thought this as well.
Yeah. And that's what I think it is. So go get tested for that.
Wow.
Okay, honey?
Okay.
All right, love. And that would
I sure will.
Yeah, and that would coincide with everything I just said, because usually some of the symptoms of Lyme disease feel like arthritis. There also is a lot of inflammation. But with the numbness, when they show me the numbness, I kind of honed in on that. So go have that checked out, darling. And I've given you a healing.
I sure will. All right. Thank you, Laura. Love you.
Love you too, sweetheart. God bless. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, love. Okay, everybody, I want to say good night and thank you so much for tuning in. Again, Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, we do this miracle all over again. Namaste, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.